starting a brand new unit, 3C. Okay, 3C. This is linear function word problem. So I'm giving you a word problem, and I want you to be able to write an equation from it. Okay? So, listen. I'm giving you a word problem, and you guys are going to come up with an equation from it. Okay? So, how we do word problems is you guys are going to read the entire problem first. Okay? Then, we're going to go back through the problem and mark out the important information. Alright, so it says, example 1. Andre enters a jalapeno eating contest. Andre eats them at a rate of 7 per minute. When the contest begins, Andre's plate has 60 jalapenos on it. Okay, so what are we talking about?
Jalapenos.
A jalapeno contest, right?
Full jalapeno.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever you want them to be. So, we're talking about a jalapeno eating contest. So, let's go back through and let's mark up the important information. So, Andre enters a jalapeno eating contest. Is there anything important in this sentence?
Jalapeno. Andre.
Those are just telling me
7 and 60.
Well, just the very first sentence. Yeah. Andre enters a jalapeno eating contest.
Okay.
Is there anything in this sentence that's going to help me write an equation?
No.
No. Okay. Then the second sentence. Andre eats them at a rate of 7 per minute.
7 per minute. So that's
okay, so
slow.
7. Good. 7 is a number. What's another keyword?
Per.
Per. What does per mean?
Like 1.
That's going to be my x. Okay? Per, each, every, all of those words, those are going to mean x. What the x is going to be. Because remember, we're writing our equation, y equals mx plus b. So whatever number is with the x, that's really your what? That's really my m. mx. Okay? When the contest begins, Andre's plate has 60 jalapenos on it. So what's important? 60. What else? What's another keyword? Begins. What does begins mean?
Starting amount.
That's my starting amount. So what letter is my initial value?
B.
B. So 60 is going to be my B because it's my initial value. That's where I start. Okay. Constant rate of change stands for what? My M. Slope is M. So what letter represents M?
7.
7. Now let's talk about this. You start with how many jalapenos? 60. If I'm eating 7 per minute, am I adding 7 or am I taking 7 away? I'm taking 7 away. Okay, from the original 60, I'm taking 7 away per minute. So would that be adding 7 or minus 7? A negative 7 for the slope. My initial value, my y-intercept is
60.
B, which is 60. Okay, am I starting with 60 or am I in depth 60? I'm starting with 60 jalapenos on the plate. Function for the amount of jalapenos left on the plate. Okay, so function has 2 definitions. What's one definition? Equation. What's another definition for function?
X repeats.
Good, Bryce. Okay. So you've got function means equation. It also means do the x's repeat. Which one do you think we're talking about here?
The equation.
The equation. Okay. I'm not necessarily talking about do the x's repeat in this problem. Function right now means equation. Fancy word for equation. Now, we close or Ethan, we close the door. Okay, so the amount of jalapenos are on the plate. So how do I write an equation from my information? Y equals my m, which is negative 7. Then I have x, and my b is a positive 60. So there's the equation. You writing with me? So now it says, what does the x value represent? Okay, look back in the problem. Go find the x. Everybody see the x?
Mhm.
What is it talking about? Per what?
Minute.
Minute. So what does the x value represent?
600
Minutes.
Minutes.
What does the y value represent?
Oh.
Jalapenos?
E.
No.
Again. Take it away.
See how it says function for the amount of jalapenos left on the plate? So how many, my y stands for how many are what? How many are left on the plate? So my y value is jalapenos. I can't spell jalapenos.
Right there.
Jalapenos?
I know.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos left on plate. It's not how many he's eaten. It's how many are left. Okay? Everybody hear what I said? It's not how many he's eaten. Okay? It's how many are left on the plate. Okay. Says, after 7 minutes. 7 what? Minutes. Minutes represents what letter? X. So 7 represents what letter? X, because it says minutes. How many jalapenos are left on the plate? So what's it asking me to find? Left on the plate, which represents the Y. So it's telling me the what? Telling me X. It wants me to find Y. Do I know Y? No. What can I do with the 7 though?
You can plug it in.
Plug it in where?
And the X.
For the X. So Y equals -7. Now I'm going to take 7 minutes. It represents minutes. And my X value represents minutes. So times 7 plus 60. Do I need to solve this?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's already solved. So do I need to put this in insolve? No. Y is already by itself. I just need to calculate what all of this equals. I don't need to necessarily put it in insolve because it's already solved for Y. Okay. Here we go. Put it in calculator. So -7 times 7 plus 60 gives me 11. So Y equals 11. Now, what does 11 stand for?
Y.
Which is what? What does it mean in words? What does 11 mean in words? 11 jalapenos left. So that's how many is left on the plate after 7 minutes.
11.
11. Then it says, how long will it take Andre to empty the plate? Okay, so let's break this down. It says, how long? So that's representing what? Minutes. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the X. I'm looking how long? How many minutes will it take for him to empty the plate? Now, if the plate is empty, how many are on the plate?
0.
0. So what do I do with 0?
Plug it in.
Where? The Y. Look, I'm looking for X. How long? I'm looking to see how many minutes it will take for him to have 0 jalapenos left. Everybody with me? So I'm going to put the 0 in the Y spot because that's representing how many are left on the plate. And then -7x plus 60. And I'm looking to see how many minutes will it take for him to eat all of the jalapenos. So draw your line. And now do I need to solve on this one?
Yes.
Yes, because I'm looking for X. How do I solve? What do I do? Good. -60 on both sides. 0 minus 60 gives me Negative 60 equals negative 7x. Now what?
Divide.
Divide by
Negative.
negative 7 on both sides. So x equals what? Okay, if I do negative 60 divided by negative 7, I get
60.
a fraction, and I want a decimal, so control enter, and I get what?
8.57.
8.5. I'm just going to round it to 8.5. Okay, so what is this representing? Minutes. How would I write this?
8 minutes and 30
8.5 minutes to empty the plate.
Okay, what'd you say, Ethan?
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Whatever.
And what's a half a minute?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. 8 minutes and 30 seconds to empty the plate. That's my answer. Does everybody get where I got 30 seconds from?
Yep.
0.5 is half of a minute. Half of a minute is 30 seconds. How are we feeling? Doing okay? Figure it out, please. Okay, number 2. Last one. For Microsoft to make the Xbox, they are at $120 loss. But every game they sell, they make $50. Okay, so let's go back and read each sentence. For Microsoft to make the Xbox, they're at $120 loss. Okay. Any keywords?
120.
120. So circle it because it's a number.
Lost.
Loss means what?
Subtract.
Minus. So what this means is, in order for them to make an Xbox, they got to buy all the parts. When they buy all the parts, it costs them $120. So they're in debt $120 just to make the game. Okay, because they had to pay that. Got it? Then it says, but for every game they sell, they make $50. So what's some keywords here?
Make 50.
Every.
Make 50. Okay, so $50. Make would be what?
Full.
Add. They're making that much money. So that's a plus 50. What else is keyword?
Every.
Every means what?
You're at.
That's my x. Okay, constant rate of change. That's my slope, which is m. Okay, so y equals mx. M goes with x. What number goes with x?
It's 120. No, it's 50.
How much are they getting every game? $50. So my slope is 50 because it goes with the x. Then it says they're at, or what's my y-intercept? That's my b, my initial value. What's my initial value? Negative 120. Costs them that much to start. Function means what? Equation. So how would I write my equation? Y equals 50x minus 120. Pick your heads up. Pick your heads up. Okay, what does the x value represent? So what's the x mean? Each game sold. Do you need me, Miss Rose? Yes. Yep. Each game sold. Okay, what's the y value represent?
Total revenue.
Total revenue. I like that. So total revenue. What's revenue mean?
Money.
Money what?
Earned.
Earned. Your profit. Money made. Total revenue. So money, total money. Anytime you're talking about money, your y is probably talking about how much you've made. Okay? All right, F. How much money will Microsoft make from 12 games? Okay, how much what?
Money.
So what am I looking for? Looking for money, right? Which is my y. So I'm looking for the y. Will Microsoft make from 12 games? Games represents what?
Okay.
My x. So what am I going to do with 12?
Equal.
Plug in it where? The x. So I'm looking for y equals 50 times 12 minus 120. Okay, do I need to solve this? No, it's already solved for y. I just need to do the calculation. Okay, so 50 times 12 minus 120 gives you 480. Okay, so is that 480 games or 480 revenue? Revenue, because it's y equals, and y represents revenue. So this is $480. Please stop tapping. So if they sell 12 games, they make $480. Profit.
That's so profitable.
Okay, G says, how many games must Microsoft sell to make $580? Now, 580 what? Dollars. So it's money. Where does this go? In the Y. Hey. Equals 50x minus 120. Do I need to solve this?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to get x by itself. Where do I start? Add 120 to both sides. 580 plus 120. 700 equals 50x. Now what? Divide by x equals 14. What's 14 represent?
Game.
So 14 games. Okay, so if they sold 14 games, how much money would they make? 580. Okay, any questions? You ready to do it on your own?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure.